Well, welcome everybody. As you can probably gather, it's Halloween. It is that week, that great time. And we're not alone. You may not realise, but we've already had a couple of amazing hours around and about Chillingham Castle. So we had to come and do the inner workings, the oubliette, the Great Hall, the chapel, the Minstrels Gallery, the museum. There's the Edward Room, where King Edward stayed here, Longshanks, the Hammer of the Scots. But this is the torture chamber. And we brought somebody to torture. It's Christine, is our special guest. Hi, Christine.
Hi.
First of all, thank you very much for coming out.
No bother, I'm really excited.
Now, have you ever done a ghost hunt before of any kind? Or have you just visited places during the day?
We've done ghost hunts on the night, but just like amateur ones with my friends and family.
Right. Had any success?
Yeah, we've seen like loads of stuff, but they're always too scared, so...
Right. Now, you arrived quite early, and we had to place you in a dark room on your own for an hour.
Yeah.
You had an experience in there. What was it?
Well, I was sitting in the chair, and I could sense somebody like behind us, like staring at us all the time.
Right.
And I had to keep looking, like turning around, and every time I turned round, it was like darker, as if there was like something there.
A darkness that's darker than the dark around it.
Yes,
that's exactly
yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's exactly what it was like. Yeah.
So you've had your first flavour. Were you not frightened? Are your heart beating out of?
Oh no, I love it. It's fascinating.
Right. Okay. Well, we're in for a fascination. We're in this particular chamber. This is, of course, the famous Iron Maiden, and if you have a look inside it, you can see how it operates. It can't open, but if you take a look in, you'll see there's spikes at head level here. There's spikes at chest level. There's spikes at genital level, and the idea would be they'd put you in there, close it shut, and essentially, slowly but surely, you would bleed out. So many things in here. If you look up the top, you find the cages, you find the bear traps that were quite often set for escaping Scottish people. They'd put you in there till all the skin fell off your bones. They'd break your back on the wheel. They'd put you in a tiny little cage. Sometimes a woman with 15 to 20 men. You can just imagine what that would be like. And before even Vlad Dracula Impaler, they were impaling people on stakes. Before Vlad, that's incredible. Here. Now the thing they don't tell you about the stakes, they don't sharpen them. Here they've kind of sharpened the point. The whole idea of a stake, though, the way that it became to be used throughout history, it was blunt at the end. And they placed it in the anus. And they arrested the man so that he could kind of firmly hold his weight until gravity eventually pushed it further and further down until it either came out the top of his skull. Quite often it came out through the throat and out of the mouth. So that's here. Another cage. When they caught pirates particularly, or highwaymen especially in this area, they'd put them in one of these, and sometimes locals who were friends would come and feed them, give them drinks and give them water. Anybody that did would be put into prison themselves. So eventually, however long it took, they'd start to die, they'd start to starve to death, and their bones would be left and the flesh would fall off, and dogs would come and tug away at any flesh, birds would peck, insects laying eggs inside them. So as you see around here, there's just devices of every kind. Headsman's axe, headsman's block right here, and a basket to catch your head. One of the worst ones is this thing here. I don't know whether you can see it. This is, just caught a bit of a cold breeze there. It's just a cauldron. You'd think, well, what can you do with that? Well, why has it got this metal thing on the top? Because they used to put people in it with boiling water and boil them alive until all of the flesh and skin came off their bones. And people were desperately trying to get out and reaching out to try and save themselves. But it's just an awful way to die. But as I say, in all directions, we've got over here, is this the chair with the, yes it is. They've put bones on here so people don't sit on it, because people did, you can see all the spikes. They would put somebody's hands into these, lock them on, sit them down under the spikes, like you would do with a Sunday roast, for exactly the same reason. So you could start peeling layers of skin and flesh off them without them being able to move. Oh!
The doll's flashing already.
She's just gone off there. So there's stuff in here. I felt a cold, something just moved by me before. There's the...
Turn your thing off, because it's...
Oh yeah, it's, I know.
It'll be coming over that over.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's close to your mic.
My apologies for that if we overwhelmed you with sound. Over here, this is the rack that John Sage, who was the torturer here, he's got an amazing story. I will tell you the story. This is the rack that he used to romance Elizabeth.
Doll's gone off again.
Doll's gone too.
Do you want to explain what happens?
Yeah, this is a doll that Tony bought, and it's 127 years old, and we use it to try and attract we try to get it to attract child spirits that want to play with the doll. And if an energy gets to touch it, but it physically needs to be touched to go off, this happens. There's a child playing with it now. Are you enjoying that? Are you playing with us?
Oh, God.
And it's a little girl. It's a little girl. I wonder if it's Eleanor. Little Eleanor's a child spirit. Is that you, Eleanor? It's supposed to only go off for 2 seconds. Is that you, Eleanor?
I think it is.
We've got you. Hello, darling. You can play with us. It's fine. Thank you for being here. Now, John Sage was the torturer here. I'll tell you why he was a torturer very soon. But he used to romance his girlfriend, Elizabeth Armstrong, on here. And he used to do that thing during sex where you do a bit of strangulation to get a bigger kick or a bigger thrill, and he ended up killing her.
Someone wanting to talk to you.
Yeah. Is that you? Is it you? It's Eleanor, isn't it?
Whoa.
Hang on, I'm just going to have to check that out. See if it's one of ours. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. Can we shut this or not? No. Sorry, Eleanor. I'm back. Do you want to talk to us? Do you want to talk to us, Eleanor? Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
There's a very cold.
Oh, hang on, it's one of us. Is it? That's Richard. It's Richard. Was that you before?
There is a cold air though now.
Oh,
You feel
it's
that?
both of the guys.
It's
We've just been talking to Eleanor. The ball's been going off.
dull going off.
It's Eleanor.
Eleanor's a little child.
I know. She's been here. Been playing with us, haven't you, Eleanor? You going to play? I know there's a lot of people here. It's more than normal. Would you like to play with us, Eleanor? Now, you've got the night vision here, Tony.
That's for when we put Christine on her own somewhere.
You mean here?
Well,
There's a chair there, but you can't sit on it. Right. Well, the thing is, this is Halloween. So, Christine, how do you feel about being alone? We've already had activity. We've already had noises. And I know the guys came through there, but before that, I was in there and there was noise happening. Did you hear it too? Eleanor's playing again. Eleanor's firing again.
Oh,
I think it's only right to.
Now, can you remove that, Richard? Sorry to bother you. Just so we've got a place for Eleanor to sit. And you've seen how the place is. So, Eleanor, you're going to have company, my love. Christine's going to stay with you. Christine, would you? I don't know whether you want to.
No, that's fine.
It's all right. It's not dusty. It looks dusty, but it isn't. Can we? We're going to. You've already got the camera on you, so anything that happens here, we'll see.
No, this is the night vision we need on.
All right. Okay.
It would be good if we put the chair next to the doll because if the doll lights up.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah. Oh, there, it's on again.
Just call me a props guy now. I don't know. Blimey, it's off again. Eleanor, you're toying with us, lass. You're just playing with us. There you go. It's solid.
Thanks.
The other side, yeah. Now, the thing is, there is air light. Oh, she's back again. My goodness.
I just have a bit light.
Absolutely. We're going to leave a night vision camera on so that we'll be able to pick up anything that happens in and around you. There's a microphone on on her chest though as well, isn't it? No.
This is what I'm going to put on her. That's just the body cam, not sound.
What, so she can't move around? Is that what you're saying?
This is the wire. She can move around as long as this wire.
Right. So
And
just
it's
be
quite long.
try not to. Oh, she's off again.
Wow. It's quite a long wire. This.
No, you need to touch it to make it go off. Is the thing. You feeling any coldness? It's freezing. There you go. Right. So once we get Christine in place, Tony gets his spaghetti sorted out.
Yeah, can I just take that camera off
Yeah.
you? Give me that one, and then.
Let's have a look.
I'll flip this on you.
No, just got to go off all the time.
It's flaring, isn't it? She just wants to play with it, little Eleanor. How nice is that? Still wish we could have got that light off.
Yep, we're on.
It's better. I've gone through all the plugs. We can't find the plug for it.
No, it's on it.
Yeah, and it ends up down there, but I've switched them both off and it's still happening.
You've got a little bit of wire there if you want to get it moved around a little bit.
Do you just want Christine to sort of describe what she feels? And
Absolutely. I mean, you're mic'd up, Christine, and it's looking good. While you're in here, use all the senses to work out what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, if you're picking up any emotion. If the thing goes off, tell us.
Sorry, that was
Well, that's just
the
you.
body cam.
Right. So, Christine's in place. Are you all right with this?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
We're going to go on a wander of the castle to different rooms, checking things out. But everything that happens to you will be caught on camera. And, of course, you've got your own night vision camera firing out.
No, that's taken off now.
Is that coming off?
interference. Yeah, I've got a mic on it. It'll interfere.
Oh, it's off. Okay, right.
So, just this one's on it.
Right. Okay, we're good. Are we ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Good luck, Christine. How are you feeling?
Fine, yeah.
Champion out. She's...
Good to go.
Yeah, let's get out the... We'll go down.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
wow.
off. Gwen,
It's off again.
straight away. I think she wants to talk to you, so we'll
Yeah.
leave you to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just talk to her. Christine, she's yours.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Right, watch your step, everybody.
Wow.
Want to close this door, or?
You can't, I don't think.
Okay, you're not. I will just...
Let me try. Oh, I see, there's a weight on the floor. That's all right. It's only £55. Alrighty.
Oh, the light's going off again. Hi, Eleanor, if you're with us. Hi. Oh, bless you. Looks like you're going to be my new friend because we've got nobody else now. So it's absolutely freezing cold here beside us. Literally freezing round us here. Wow. Is that you, Eleanor? Wow. Hi. Are you lonely by yourself? Oh. It's nice to have you here. It's not a very nice place for you to be, but at least you've got a friend tonight. Do you not mind being here? Is this you here beside us? Freezing cold here. Yes, is that you beside us? Hi. Hi. Oh, it's like really dark down that end. It's like dark in the corner. Really dark. It's a really weird sensation in here. It's really weird. Oh, there's the cold draft again. Literally, it's okay there and there, which you'd think that's where the draft would be coming from if it was a draft, but it's literally here in front of us. Freezing cold. You must enjoy being here. Bet it's nice to meet some people. It's be lonely. It's not a very nice place for you to hang about, to be fair. All this torture. It feels really sad in here. Really sad. Oh, are you okay? Do you like our doll? Are you playing with our balls and our doll? It's nice to have a toy. Literally freezing cold here again. Freezing cold. Are you still here? Are you still here with us? My little friend? Yes? Hi. At least everybody hasn't abandoned us. Literally, that's the weirdest feeling here. It's literally freezing cold from floor to here. Nothing there. Nothing there. Just this bit freezing cold. What actually was that? I just feel like I've got to keep looking in the corner. It's literally as if something's like, look at me sort of thing. It's definitely something, that corner. It's like that dark getting darker again. It sounds weird when you see it, but it's like, it's dark but it gets darker as if you can see something. A weird sensation. What was that? That was literally a noise right beside us there. Literally, like a noise there. Is anybody else here with us? Anybody else? Anybody? Whoever's made that sound? Whoever seems to be standing, like literally standing with us. It's that corner. It's literally something about that corner. It's just the weirdest feeling. It's like you need to keep looking at it. It's like you sense that you need to keep looking at something. Oh. That was literally, whoa. That was literally as if something just went past us. It darkened like a shadow. Eleanor, have you gone now? Have you gone, Eleanor? Eleanor? Have you gone now? It feels different in here now. Is anybody with us? Anybody? No, I think I'm well and truly by myself now. While I see it by myself, I feel like it's just like literally loads of people staring at us all over. It's like weird, really weird.
So it's Halloween. We've already had the doll firing in all directions. Christine's in there completely on her own. She sounds like she's a ghost hunt pro. She's done it before. She's visited Chillingham before. Will she be shaken by anything, or will something happen? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Which is the way for us to...
We can get out.
This way
Out.
too. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Usually I get accustomed to the dark, but it's like, it seems to have gone darker. It's a bit here, like darker, and literally freezing. Don't want to walk too far because it's probably way off. There's a noise over there again. I need to sit here so I can listen. Is anybody here? Anybody with us? Anybody want to talk? Anyone want to try and scare us? Anybody? Anybody want to touch my hand?
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
They're on the shift.
They are moving, aren't they?
They are moving.
They're moving in time.
Like with the clock.
They are moving.
You can see that, can't you? Look at them moving together.
They're moving. Both of them are moving. Can you see that, Tony?
I'm pointing at them, hopefully. I can see it with my eyes. It's definitely moving.
Yeah,
So can I. But both of them are.
both of them are.
Oh, God, yeah. They're moving more now.
Moving more, look.
Now you said that.
Yeah.
What a day. What a crazy, crazy day. Now, while all kinds of things have been happening tonight, but let me tell you the brief story of John Sage. He used to be the torturer here, but why was he the torturer? Yeah, you guys sit down, but I can't believe that the chandeliers are moving behind me, because we've just all come in here, mob-handed. Now, John Sage was a soldier. He was a soldier, a lieutenant in the armies of King Edward I, who was Longshanks, the Hammer of the Scots. Now, John Sage was a bit of a superstar of his day. He was a... Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was in the next room.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, heard that.
We got knocking now as well. This place, bad. But John Sage, or maybe it's because I'm talking about him, who knows? John Sage was a lieutenant. Now, the nearest thing that I can say is he was a bit of an Alan Shearer of his day. He was the big star. He was the lieutenant that was always fighting by the side of the king. He was the guy that was going to protect him. He was the one that killed more people. He was the one that rode out into the enemy first. He was a hero. And the people around here, because this is where he fought from, the people around here thought he was amazing, thought he was great. And then one day, during a battle on the borders with the Scots, a Scotsman using a pike impaled him in the inside of the leg, came right the way through. Now, this meant he couldn't ride a horse anymore because he couldn't balance properly. And he ended up dragging his leg, kind of. So, that was the end of his military career, pretty much. The king said, we'd love you still to work with us, yeah, we want you with us, but what can you do now? You can't fight anymore. He didn't have his mobility. So John Sage, desperate for some kind of revenge against the people, the Scots, who had hurt him, said, let me be the torturer at Chillingham Castle, and I'll get you all the information that you want to know. I'll make sure that I get all of the info from everybody that comes here. And a lot of people did. Every time they went out on a foray, they would come back with prisoners. And essentially, did they really want information? Or did John Sage just want people to play with? And that's pretty much what he did. He played with their bodies. Can I just remind you to please share this conversation. Share this with everybody. And you can win yourself a badge and a goodie bag. We'd love you to do that. So, did you hear that? What the hell? Excuse me. I've just had... Did you guys experience anything there?
Yeah. No, the moving charge meter just went berserk there.
My lungs just filled up with a smell. It was...
Oh, God, yeah.
Are you getting that?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
What?
What the hell?
Something below us. There's something moving down there. You hearing that?
What on earth? That sounded unearthly.
So anyway, John Sage became the torturer here. Blimey, everything's getting in the way of a good story this Halloween. John Sage became torturer at Chillingham Castle. And he created a lot of the stuff that's in there just so that he could hurt, maim. There's the oubliette that we haven't even touched on yet. Used to put people in there. It's a disgusting way to die. We will be putting somebody else in there a little bit later on. However, John Sage, the war ended. And the king insisted that everybody up here at Chillingham release their prisoners as a show of good faith, returning any Scots that were captured to their families. And John Sage said, I don't want to do that. I'll tell you what he did on the Devil's Mail a bit later on. But here in the castle, he vowed that nobody would leave. And he said, anyone who walks from the castle gate will live. Anyone who walks from the castle gate. And he lit a huge bonfire in the courtyard just outside. And he put all of the Scottish prisoners, some were lairds, and sometimes their ladies and families, were put on the bonfire and burned to death. No one walked out of the castle. Not of the regal bunch, not of the leaders. He did something with the kids in the tower, I'll tell you about from the tower. Those that could walk out who were in prison, your ordinary prisoners, something here has happened to them too. And John Sage got his comeuppance in the torture chamber. He was romancing his lady, Elizabeth Armstrong, a Reaver family, not to be messed with, on the rack table. And he was choking her to gain sexual fulfillment, and she died. And I'll show you where John Sage died because of that a little bit later too. We've got so many stories to tell because this place is amazing. But that smell is horrible. And it's kind of affecting me. What is going on? Are they still moving? Or have they stopped? No, they're moving.
Still moving.
That's ridiculous. Because they're heavy. And you'd have to stand on a table to touch. Do you know what I mean?
Moving.
That's just wild.
They're going back and forth in time with the clock. Aren't they?
Kinda. Just what were the noises?
That back one's moving more now.
Yeah.
Look at it.
That's just crazy. Crazy. What's up there? Oh, that's the church, isn't it? Hey guys, don't forget, share this video to everybody that you know. Ask them to share it too. It's the only way we're going to grow, and we would love your help to do that. Please do if you can. We really need to get out there as much as we can. But this is the most scary castle that you could ever be at. We've got Richard, our special guest. We've got Kenny with us, who's already been scared out of his wits down that trail.
Yeah.
We've both been shook, but we've got so much more to do, so let's get doing it.
Chapel, did he say? No?
Chapel's
Yeah.
up here.
Did he say we
absolutely.
want chapel?
Yeah, let's do it.
Richard's got some toys.
They're puppets.
Ow. What a place. Richard's bought a couple of puppets. Not puppets,
Mr. and Mrs.
puppets. How about that?
Yeah, we've got a couple of puppets here. Oh,
And a
on a Ouija board. Yeah.
And here we have the images of Christian goodness around us. This was considered a place of betrayal because they surround themselves with Christian artifacts while they're murdering and killing and destroying Scottish people just for being Scottish. And that's pretty much how it was. Now, we were told earlier when we were talking to Mark, who does the ghost tours here, that these lights, they're electric lights, and they've been coming on by themselves lately. So that may happen tonight. We will absolutely find out. Wow, what a place this is, mate. I'm going to set this up because you've got one next door, so I'll put one out here.
Anybody?
The spirit of Eleanor can do it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone. At least them chandeliers aren't moving. No, they're not moving. Good.
Two skeletons were found up there, you know.
Just up here.
On the floor here. Oh!
What was that? Has he fell?
Is he alright?
Oh, God. Alan?
Doesn't sound so good yet.
Your mate's just fallen down the steps.
Ah, dear.
Oh, he fell.
Oh, yeah.
Saying it's alright, like, but you might have to check in.
Ah, dear.
No.
Oh,
The
dear.
weather's a bang as well, so.
Oh, shoot.
No, torch, no, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just came down to check on Christine. Oh, shoot.
That's, I nearly fell down there before. It's pitch black, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
Oh, you hit your leg?
Yeah, my knee kind of.
Oh, no.
No, it's all right. Give us a hand.
Sure?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, hang on. Just give us a second. Give us a second. Come on. Go, 2, 3. Thank you.
You sure? Turn your leg.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
No, God.
That's all right. My fault. My fault for walking away without the torch. Right, come on. Tell me when we're ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
Hi, guys. I'm just here because when we were discussing... Oh, yeah, what a hero. When we were discussing the ghost activity that had been here, Mark was saying that some people had been pushed downstairs. I just walked down a few stairs and I can't say for sure that I was pushed, but I was aware. I'm in a castle. I've been in castles all the time. You're careful down the stairs. And because we fell when we were in Cresswell, I've been particularly careful. I got to the second last stair and I felt as if my leg was being, if not pushed, it went the wrong way. And I just couldn't stand, which meant I fell down the last 2 stairs and I was lying on my back. And Richard, bless him, got me some water, which is good of him. But I don't know what that means, or whether the whatever's here doesn't want us here. But my back's sore and my knee is kind of burning a little bit. So cheers, everybody. Happy Halloween. My goodness, didn't expect that.
Just keep seated for a bit.
No, it's Halloween.
Don't put any pressure on it.
Let's go and do our thing, man. You see? Falling over again. Right.
Be careful with that leg.
We've got a lot of places to go, though, so let's...
Went in the Great Hall on the supporters bit last time, so probably best to go in the first part this time, just so the non-supporters see it, because great stuff happened in there. So,
All right.
So you know what I mean. So
Okay.
supporters only saw it last
That's
time.
Richard.
So
Bless you, man. Now, when we were here a little earlier, in part 2, all kinds of stuff went off. We've got a few traps set in there too. Let's go back into the Great Hall. Here it is. This is just such an amazing place. The last time we were here, Richard's box was firing, his spirit box, his music box, without us being anywhere near it. And this is just, what a place. Can you imagine being dragged in front of whoever's sitting here? You know, the Duke, the Earl, Sir, whoever. Sir Humphrey's upstairs having sleep. But imagine being dragged in front of this person, presumably through those doors behind me, and saying, "Please forgive me. I'm just Scottish. Why you brought me here?" And they say, "You're here to face the torturer, John Sage." And you'll end up as much a skeleton as that ugly, demonic-looking creature right there. Can you imagine who could fight? You know, they're fighting Saracens. That's a Saracen sword, isn't it, Richard?
Certainly is.
Certainly looks like it. What's Richard got up his sleeve?
I'm going to set this back up again.
Kenny, sorry to bother you, Ken.
Yeah.
Could you just nip back into... We used the rods when we were in here the last time, and we got a little bit. Use my rods. They're on the seat where I was sitting just a few seconds ago. Just save me clanking this knee. Just give it a while.
This moving charge meter's...
It's firing, is it?
Yep, that's it.
We're getting interference on some of Richard's equipment. I don't know whether you can see it around here, but tell us what it means, Richard.
It measures a change in charge in the room, basically.
Well, somebody's just made it.
Positive, negative. That shows it's in balance.
Right, but the red just flashed. It's flashed again. Just there. It's gone off.
There you go.
It's gone off.
It's settled. So if we get any red, that's a negative presence.
Well, we've just had one, and it's moved away from us.
Yes. So if that comes back on, there's a negative presence has come past that.
All right, we have to keep an eye on that then.
We can augment that with...
Thank you, mate. Sorry to drag you out there. Now this, I'm sorry, Richard, but I've got a couple of Darza rods here.
Oh, look at these.
Proper brass.
Yeah.
Proper brass.
Proper brass. Copper brass.
Copper. Yeah. Brass coloured. I don't know what it is about copper, but copper seems to do the job.
I've got a copper pendulum that works.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look at these, though. You see, I'm not moving a thing, but they're just ready. Yeah. Right, now, come on. A little bit earlier on, we talked to, what was her name? Sevenpence Sally.
Sevenpence Sally. I think you got a friend there.
I'm a married man, Sally. Does that matter? She's not speaking. First of all, if you're there, are you male? Are you female? I think that's fairly conclusive. Now, Richard said that your name was Sally. Is it Sally? Ooh. Oh, a little bit, but we had a child spirit called Eleanor before. Oh, hello. Eleanor. Are you following us, Eleanor? Are you playing? Oh, it's Eleanor. It's Eleanor. How old are you, Eleanor? How old are you, Eleanor? Are you 4? Are you 5? Are you 6? Are you 7? Are you 8? Are you 9? Are you 10? Oh, she's 10. 10-year-old. How about that? Are you glad we're here, Eleanor? Yeah. Yeah, she's glad we're here. But we're glad to be here too. Now, I know you're very playful and all of that. Did you push me down the stairs?
Oh, God.
How weird is that?
I think that's a yes.
You little bag. Because it was funny, my legs are not weak. Because I work out every day. I'm not, but I felt my leg was just pushed in the wrong direction. I might be reading too much into it, but you guys all came staring down, and took 3 of them to get me up. That just says that I've got to work out a bit harder. Right, so you pushed me down there. Did you push me down because you hated me? Did you push me down to hurt me? Did you push me down for fun? Oh.
Ooh.
Dear me. That's strange.
Well, it wasn't fun really, you know. I've just had an awful thought as well. You know how we said that, we just told the story seconds before about how John Sage got his leg damaged and he dragged his leg for the rest of the... And now it's my very same leg.
Oh man. That was weird.
Wow.
That's might be totally coincidental, but it's not a night for that, is it really? Are you alone in this castle, Eleanor? Oh, got pain in my knee in a minute. Eleanor. It's a beautiful name, Eleanor. Are you alone here? Are there other people here? Yeah. Yeah. Are there other... A lot of children died here. Got an amazing story to tell a bit later about how the children died here, and horribly. Are there other children here too? Yeah, oh my goodness. Are there lots of children here? I mean, oh, yeah, there's lots of children. Oh dear. This castle feels, to me, not an angry, because you know John Sage is an evil so-and-so. Have you ever come across the spirit of John Sage? Is John Sage here? I think that's a big yes. Does he intimidate you? Does he hurt you? No. Do you just try and stay away from him? Do you stay away? Can you stay away from him? No. He's just here with you, and you're not happy. Are you content to be here? Or do you wish you could move on? Do you wish you could move on? Yeah. Yes, you do. Do you feel trapped here? Do you feel trapped here? Oh, she's thinking about it. Are you going to stay here forever? Just thinking about that too. Would you move on if you could? In a gunshot. What a shame. We'd love to help you move on, if you wish it, you know. There are things that we can do to help you move on. Yes? I'll carry out a bit of a ceremony later on. We'll see what we can do. Got to remember, though, if we carry on a ceremony later, you have to do what we say, do what we suggest, for you to be freed, to start a new life. Don't know what that means. Oh, I'm just going to leave it there for now. My entire internal core hurts.
Not surprised.
My skeleton hurts. My goodness. No, I'm alright. I'll crack on. It's just irritating more than...
These batteries are draining very fast tonight in the light. I'm going to just change this one again.
But that's what happens. That is what happens.
This is the fourth time.
Now I'm going to go down the stairs and check on Christine, which is what I was doing the first time, taking the torch. And if I leave that where the thingy box
Do you
is,
want me to film it or not? Are you getting her out or?
I think we'll get her out and put her in the chapel.
Yeah. In the chapel already, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be quite active in here.
Because she doesn't scream or anything, does she? She won't scream all right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the door's flashing unless that spirit's come here. Which way is it?
Well, we've come back to check on Christine. She's through here. Watch your step on the stairs. Hello, Christine.
Hi.
You've missed all kinds. I came a cropper.
Oh, I heard.
Oh, my goodness. However, I'm fine. How's things been in here? What have you experienced, if anything?
Well, it's been really weird because at first when I came in, it seemed dead calm, and do you know how like the ball was activating all the time, the light, and it was freezing cold here, and I was talking for a while, but then it stopped activating, and it just had like it went darker in that corner, and it literally had like a totally different feel about it, like really weird feeling, and literally I could hear like noises in that corner, and it just like kept on getting darker in that corner. But the light never activated after that. It was
Really?
a totally different sensation, as if like...
But that ghost came with you
With
because
us.
you've just been
The little girl,
communicating
we've
with
just done the rods upstairs, and the little girl obviously came with us.
Literally, yeah, she left.
Is the ball still working? Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
But the whole atmosphere seemed like say it got dark and the whole look just changed. It was like, and it started feeling like really uncomfortable. Totally different.
Did you see anything moving, any shape, any? You heard a little voice or two, or, well, not a voice. You heard a noise or two.
Yeah, I heard like a few noises here, and then I heard a noise over there, like it was as if like it was somebody touching one of the metals.
All right.
And then when I went near it, like my arm was aching because I touched the metal, like weird sensation in my arm.
Yeah, but you got to remember what they are. They're things for tying your arms up.
Yeah, that was literally.
So you actually felt that. That's amazing.
I didn't realise it was for arms, but
Yeah, that's what that
literally
is.
my arm was aching, yeah.
They've got some for wrists, obviously, and some for feet. And this thing here, can you imagine this going? And you get a prisoner's hand, you turn the wheel, push their fingers in it, and take all the skin and the nails and everything off them. The gadgets that they have in here. They've also, this is, you know, one of the things that people... Have you ever heard there's a phrase, old-fashioned phrase called, I'd rather have one volunteer than 10 pressed men, meaning 10 people that have been pushed into doing the job. Pressing, though, was a torture back in the day. Now, if you can imagine this thing here, there was one across the top, but there was another one beneath here, from there across to there. And what you would do is, you would put somebody's legs across the top of here, and the big heavy bar, which slid over here, is pushed down by this, so that it crushes your hands, your arms, your legs, crushes them flat. And That's what that is. There's another one here that I don't know whether you can see. See the wooden block? Imagine you're sitting on here with your legs out in that direction, kept in place by these. You're sitting here, this is lifted up, and I know I've got a bad knee, but if not, I would have put my knee across. Imagine you put your two knees under that, and they start spinning it down and down and down, crushing your knees, crushing your legs flat, so you'll never, ever walk again. That's what this is all about. In every direction, there's the misery for somebody. Look at that. Talk about a pike. That'll take somebody's head off. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
That wasn't you.
No, not sound like that.
Oh, whatever's there, we're not letting it in. I think we leave that there for now. I want to put Kenny in here briefly as well.
I'll just turn that
At
off.
some point.
And I'll just take this wire off you so you're not...
Just the wire, that's good.
And the mic.
Because we've got a place we want to put you next. Do you want to take the night vision for...
Yeah, well, I'm... Oh,
If you
how
can.
do you get that off?
Sorry, we're tearing at you.
I can see.
It's...
Oh,
There we go. Right, let's get you upstairs.
I mean, I'll have to come back for this because it's too much to carry at the minute.
Well, we send Kenny down for a minute. Right, let's... It's amazing they got the prehistoric bit now, you know. I mean, look at this. Prehistoric wild pig. No idea what that is, but that's...
In some savages, wouldn't it?
I know, look at that's an ape. Cattle. Stone Age burial cast. Amazing cyst, should I say. Wow. Amazing things in here. In all directions. Right, well let's get Christine upstairs. Best way is this way. Watch your step, Christine.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearly went again. There you go. First of all, these chandeliers keep... Well, that's just our presence. Oh, they're moving again. Look. Can you see that?
Every time we come in, they are moving a lot.
Is anybody here?
You can't reach them even if you were down there.
No, you'd have to start... You'd be standing on a table.
Yeah, that's really...
That's just wild.
You couldn't even make a move to that extent, could you really?
Just you'd have to get... How would you do it? You'd need to have like a big long pole or something. You know how before they seemed to be moving in sync? They're not now, are they?
No, they're moving a lot.
Right. With us, this is through to the chapel. Christine, watch your step. I say watch the step. It's me probably that needs to watch it more than most. And this is where they've had a lot of experiences recently. So grab yourself a seat wherever you want to sit down. Feel free. Somewhere where you feel comfortable. Now, there's a little bit of light, ambient light here. Have you seen the... Is Richard there?
Yeah.
Come with us, Richard. Rich, come down here. Ow. Oh. Kenny, you seeing that?
Where is he? Oh, he's in there with it.
Ken? Sorry, mate. Come quickly have a look at this while you can. Seen these?
Are they moving again? That's strange, isn't
But they're not in sync anymore.
it? Nah.
Oh.
That is crazy.
That was a noise behind Tony.
Must be Tony.
What the hell is that? It's just behind you.
It's only a stairway.
That takes you down to the
Amazing.
hall.
Have you got that funny smell again?
Yeah,
Just here.
it's just odd. Let's move back into the Great Hall so we can get out of
Full of surprises.
Christine's way.
Okay.
You think?
Look at that.
Things are kicking off in all directions, Christine. I hope you get to see or feel something in here.
I mean, you can move around a bit, but I mean, I wouldn't advise it if I was you. I'll just hook that on there. Just so you can see, and then can I just hook that in somewhere?
Yeah.
That is the recorder. There you go.
No bother.
Is that your heart side?
Yeah.
Just because if you, it'll record your heart.
Will do, yeah.
So if you get a bit panicked, it might just go
Yeah,
boom,
like-
boom, boom, boom.
What a dodgy noise.
Hi guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to leave Christine again in the chapel this time. Now this is the place that, according to Mark, has had the most strange and weird and bizarre experiences. So this is going to be the next challenge for our special guest tonight. So check it out, and Christine will be back to see you really soon.
All right.
Fingers
Thanks.
crossed, if you're still alive.
Thanks.
Fingers crossed.
I'll hold you if I'm not.
So this is literally not like the way you're just feeling ever straight away. See if I've got my feathers. Eleanor? Are you here, Eleanor? Is anybody here? Is anybody with us? Got a nice torch you can light. Oh, literally did. Sure, that was moving.
So
It's amazing the artifacts that they have in all directions. Incredible. You know, we're talking about artifacts of different generations. Do you recognise that? Roundhead's helmet from the time of Cromwell. And there it is. This is 1.5 million years old. Touching something that's 1.5 million year old. Absolutely incredible. Oh dear. And here it is. This is it. This is the Edward Room. This is where King Edward stayed. Wow. Edward's the first room. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. There's the crown on the chair, on the great throne. How about that? In the balcony where so many people have seen something. Now the strange thing is, this is the room, apparently, where a young boy, who the castle know as the Blue Boy, overheard people talking about joining the Spanish with the Armada. And this is where he overheard it, and he tried to escape to warn others that that's what was going on. And he got caught and walled up in that chimney in a room downstairs. But also from here, it's said that the reason that that window there, that's over here, has been renewed is because they threw the bodies of children from it. Now, when John Sage was told that the war was over between England and Scotland and they had to make amends, this room, no longer the bedroom of the king, just a room, they used it to house the children of Scottish royalty, the sons and daughters of clan chiefs. And it's said, according to legend, that if the children had been allowed to leave the castle, they would have gone home, grown up into adults, and then have come back to wreak their revenge on the people of Chillingham. So they knocked the window out and they just threw the children down into the centre courtyard from that window there. So amazing, absolutely amazing, the stuff that's in here. You couldn't make this kind of stuff up. Absolutely incredible. And on that balcony, blimey, it's almost like you can hear footsteps up there. We know there's bats living in the eaves at the very top.
Yeah, there's one.
Where's one?
Yeah, there's a bird anyway.
Now there'll be bats, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That looked like a bird to me, not on the bat.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's just up there.
Right.
Tails like hanging over there.
All right. It could be, I suppose. Last time I was in here, just in these eaves here, you could see pipistrelles. Richard will know a pipistrelle because he's a country gadgie. Country gadgie. The Wakefield Tower licence to battlement. Look at this. Oh!
Yeah.
Something dark on the balcony. Something dark on the balcony. Can you hear footsteps?
Yeah, little taps
Can you hear them?
upstairs.
You know, it's gone freezing cold in front of us here
Yeah.
at the same time.
I got some footsteps there. I hope people at home picked them up. And imagine, you know, out of all the regal beds in all the world, look at it.
I know.
Look at it. I mean, really? Do you know what I mean? Is that really the best bed for a king? You wouldn't have thought so, would you? What gadgetry have you got for us here, Richard?
Brought the moving charge meter back up again and the K2.
Let's try the K2 in here.
Okay. So maybe we can ask things of the K2.
Sure.
See if it'll do anything. So, the K2 meter.
Explain what it does for us, Richard.
Okay, it's an EMF
Right.
meter. So
can see the-
electromagnetic fields.
Right.
Ghosts are meant to give off electromagnetic fields and
Absolutely.
communicate. Sort of,
Yeah.
And these sensitive gadgets are very prevalent now in paranormal investigations, and they found to be very, very useful. Oh,
Yeah, we'll get it. I
yeah,
saw
did
some
you
of
see
that.
that? Okay, so right, if there's any spirits that would like to communicate with us, could you give us an indication on the meter? That would be good, because we can ask yes and
Absolutely.
no questions with this. So,
Is there anyone there? Anyone with us here in the Edward room? Anyone there? anyone wishing to talk to us.
That'd be really good if you could give us a flash for yes up the scale. That would be great. Any spirits at all in the room? If you could give us a flash to let us know. We're getting something.
Oh yes, we are. We absolutely are.
Okay. If you'd like to communicate with us, could you give us an indication on this device I'm holding? Do you know who stayed here? Do you know
I haven't
who's-
got a light.
What light?
It's your light.
It's your light.
Oh, that's good.
I thought you knew you were doing it.
No.
Right.
How is that happening?
It's impossible. It just goes on.
So-
Oh my God. What the hell's going
What's
on
going
here?
on in here? This is beyond the.
I thought we your light on the camera.
I was thinking that, but no, it's.
You said give you a
Right.
flash.
Are there any spirit? We give. Oh yes, that's true. I says, can you give a flash? And look what it's doing.
But it can't do that.
Why
I
is
spent
it?
a fortune on that camera, on that torch, so that it just stayed on.
You're not touching anything
I thought
either.
it was
It's
that
just
one.
going
I'm
on.
thinking, why is that going on and off?
No.
I was saying,
Yeah, because I asked, could you flash the device?
Can you stop flashing the device, please?
Why is it not?
Switch it off, can you? Try it again. Right, oh. That's just weird. Let's see if it does it again.
Okay.
Wow. Well, you told you to do it.
Yes. Okay. Look.
Yeah, it was dancing. It's dancing again. It's dancing.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If
it kind of happened just as you asked as well.
I know.
yeah. So.
That was the weirdest thing.
Would you like to communicate with us on the device I've got in my hand? Give me a flash, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
Got
it.
Doing it. Get up. Yeah. We seem to be getting the wrong device getting flashed out here.
That's just crazy.
You might not know which is which.
It's just
Okay.
crazy.
Right. The green light. Could you flash the green light for me?
Oh, and you got the orange light too.
We've got the orange light. Okay, then that's fine. Do we have it? Do we have any regal visitors with us? John Sage, are you in the room?
John Sage, if you're here, make yourself known. Sage, Sage, you're there. I see you. I saw that. Why don't you go and leave the innocent spirits here alone? Ooh, that's annoyed it. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Sage. You do realise that you're loathed and hated here, don't you? Don't you? Oof. Don't you know that? We're not frightened of you. We just want you to be kinder to the people around you. Oh, he doesn't want that. Yeah, can you not be kind to the people around you? You're an evil, wicked man and you deserve to hang from the tree. We're going to the tree where you were hanged later on. But you don't like that, do you? You're not used to people talking back to you. Why do you stay? Why don't you just leave this place? It's a wonderful castle. Be better without you. Wow.
Tap, tap, tap from the table.
I heard that. Is anything moving on the table?
Yeah. You still here, John Sage?
Sage, are you still with us? You're just watching us. Oh, it's going crazy again here, mate, Tony. It's dancing. You're going crazy, are you? You don't want us here, do you? Don't want us here, do you? Well, we're staying. We got longer in your castle. We're going to be all over it. There's nothing you can do about it. How does that make you feel, Sage? You've got no power at all now, have you? You're dead and forgotten about, and nobody cares. You're a forgotten man. How does that make you feel, Sage? Tail between your legs. Are you running away? You're being cowardly. Don't like the cowardly word, do you? Is it ever since you hurt your leg? Is that why you tried to hurt mine? And frankly succeeded. Come on then. Show yourself. Show yourself in the room. Let's see you. Come on. We want to see you here. I want to see a full-bodied apparition of you. Where do you normally hang around? On the balcony? In this room? Where do you normally come from? We want to see you. Are you frightened to come out? Are you frightened to show us? Are you scared? Man like you, scared after all you did in your life. I think I've annoyed him enough.
I think you've annoyed him. Yeah, that was intense.
It was fairly intense.
Yeah.
You're still there, Sage. You haven't gone anywhere. You're just fooling with us, aren't you? Just pretending. That's no good. Right, we've done the Edward room. Grab your bits and let's go to the museum. We haven't done the museum yet. Got so many places. We haven't touched the oubliette. How much time we got left? And here's our victim.
Hi.
Hello. Come on, tell me. Did anything happen in here? What did you get?
Well, it just felt like really weird, and like I heard like a few noises over here, but then I see like there's something like go past there dead quick.
What?
Do you know how I keep on saying about like
a blackness?
darker than dark.
Yeah.
But, like literally went like across there, but like really weird. Just across that
So
way.
was it in here or was it down there?
No, just here. Do you know where the chair is? Just literally like.
Oh,
there.
blimey, as if it was going up into the Great Hall behind us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like,
How about that?
Literally a few noises like on the actual balcony bit.
On the balcony, that's the minstrels gallery there.
Yeah.
How about it? So you're getting a few things.
Yeah.
Your biggest challenge is yet to come, and it's coming next.
Oh, good.
So we've seen a bit of the castle. Follow us. We will lead you down to your...
I'll just take that recorder. It's about to pop out. Thank you.
This is gone.
All my batteries have gone tonight.
Wow.
Which back? No, it's gone. What's going on? Because yours was flashing before.
It was. It'll probably flash again.
Well, let's try and... What's your head on here?
Do you want to take that as well, or
You want something?
are you taking that now?
Torch is screwed.
I'm just kind of keeping stuff together. Just
Yeah,
so
I know.
that,
This thing's scattered all over the place, isn't it? We need the camera as well.
Absolutely. No, this is a waste of time. Mine's
Where you going?
never happened. This has never happened.
The door open. Oh.
Yeah, it's gone again. Torch is gone. It's charged for 18 hours. 18 hours. It's gone. We have a major challenge yet to achieve, and it is, of course, going to be Christine placed in the legend that is the oubliette. Let's get in here, get all of our gear sorted out. My goodness. Okay, so here we are. It's been a heck of a night, but there's one place. The French created a way of killing people that's called an oubliette. Now, the oubliette, it's a word, it means oblivion. It's a horrible way to die, and it's in 3 phases, which is why the room has 3 stages. First part of the room is kind of like a waiting room. Then you go into the cell itself. Now, once you get into the cell, there's a grate on the floor, a grate that at some point you're going to go through. If you can't go through in one, you'll go through in bits, but you're going through that grate. Through the grate at the present moment, there's the real body, an open grave of a 12-year-old girl who was the last person to die in the oubliette. They've left it there out of respect. Now, the only way to get into the oubliette is through the metal grill. That's it. So you don't get out again. And the bodies used to pile up, and the bodies on the, because they were still alive when they went in there, the bodies at the bottom would die and start to rot and fester. The bodies that fell on top, desperate to stay alive, would drink their bodily juices. They would eat the flesh, and then eventually they would die of disease as much as starvation. And it was a mushy, nasty mess. They had to put culverts in to take the ooze of human juices out of there. So this is a nasty place to die. And once somebody was in the cell, they'd say, we want you to tell us everything you know, or we'll put you down there. 9 times out of 10, they told them everything they knew, and then they still put them down there. That's where Christine's going now. Come on, Christine, let's see what you've got. Going to need you to come too, Kenny, because my torch is dead. That's this way, I believe. Don't think we've been around here before. No, we haven't. Right. They call it a dungeon, but it's French style. So, through here it is.
So if that goes off, you know that something is there.
Sure. Right. Because we're going to get out your way.
I put Ted in here with
So in you can watch your head. Now the thing about this, just come round, show me. Now this is the first chamber. This is the chamber that they would put you in, and they'd leave you here, they'd lock you in, and they'd say, through there is where the condemned man is. And then you'd hear the guards push through, open the grate, throw him down, usually breaking his arms and breaking his legs so he can't fight to climb back out. So they'd throw them down the grate that is in the cell. That's after they'd spilt their guts and told them everything they needed to know, and there's the grill. And Kenny, can I have that big... Come in, Christine, please. This is your experience. You banged your nozzle. I knew you would. In here, can I just pinch that? Right. Now down there you go. There's the little girl's skull. I don't know whether you can see it. And that's her bones down the bottom. And the only way in is through here. People have been in there because occasionally people throw little things down like tributes to her, which would be nice. Have you got a coin, Kenny? Just let's give a tribute to the lady. You notice I'm not doing it. I'm like royalty. Just a 20p. Go on, just look at that. The ball's gone.
No, I've just tested it.
Oh, you just tested it.
I've just put Supernatural Ted in the corner.
There you go. Little tribute to you. Now, if you hear this go, there's something coming up for you, Christine.
I've got you a seat and I'll make you up.
We're going to leave you there.
There's a seat.
If you want to sit there, be careful of the man trap.
I need to be behind you guys, so if you get out first,
Okay, we will.
I'll make her up.
Watch yourself. You've got the camera there. We're going to put the microphone on you. Kenny and I will disappear in the meantime. I know, just a spider just crawled across my face there. That was less than ideal. How brave was I not squealing like a girl? Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
That's right. Kenny Coral. He was in the middle of the lock singing, doing the freedom speech from William Wallace.
She said, don't lock her in, so you're going to close the door. The middle one.
Don't lock her in?
Yeah.
Of course we're going to lock her in. I'm sorry, lass, but part of the experience. Enjoy.
Thanks.
Right. We'll just...
Well, do you want to put it in so she can hear it if it goes off? There we go. Did you see her face? She looked scared.
She looks scared.
So literally this is like tiny little space. I can stretch my legs out and literally touch the other side of the wall. There's obviously bones down there in the grate.
That's amazing. I love the coracles here that are on the wall, and I don't know whether you've seen this, Tony, with a real genuine tiger's head.
Wow.
I hate the fact that they've, but this was done before it was illegal. Thank heavens it is now. But Richard has a story over here. Richard, what's the tale of this lady here?
This is the Spanish witch.
Blimey, you wouldn't, would you? Frankly. Sorry, Spanish witch. Tell the story.
Yeah, Spanish witch. For one reason or another, she cursed this place.
Do you know why?
I don't know why, but the funny thing is, we think we found out her name using a Ouija board. And we think her name was Katerina Gorchath.
Gorchath.
So
Wow.
anyway, she cursed this place.
Uh-huh.
And the curse was, if anybody should take anything from the castle that didn't belong to them, then of course bad luck would befall them.
Gotcha.
And if you have a look on this mantelpiece here,
Looking?
there's lots of artefacts. But there's a doorknob there, you see, and they've got accompanying letters. And this one here, Dear Sir Humphrey, please find enclosed item that was removed by mistake in brackets from your castle. This knob stolen, has bad luck, then he sends back.
Right.
Okay. Another one here. To whom it may concern, we visited your castle on bank holiday and it was great. But when we got home, my daughter said she had taken something. I am returning it as I read something about some of the letters about people taking things and having bad luck. She's had a good telling off, blah, 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 blah.
They're all the same.
Yes. So, various artefacts have been...
I'll not give my
sent
name, but I
back.
wish I could return an item to your property, which was this year.
I shall not
Give my name,
I
I know.
have looked into the eyes of your Spanish witch and know that I have done the right thing. So,
Whoa.
if you look into the eyes of the witch,
Well, we haven't taken anything.
she's keeping watch and ward on the castle.
Good. Good on her. Amazing. Right. Richard, let's Ouija.
Let's Ouija. I've got a Ouija board right here.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Can we do it here? I'll wait. There's chairs and tables up here. Let's do it. Might as well be comfy while we do it. Can you do it on there, Rich?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Right.
Cha.
Okay. Right then, boys and girls.
I think you-
Ouija board.
You have to be a bit closer for the mic because the other mic's, I think, in
Okay,
the office.
I'll sit on your knee, Rich. Gotcha.
Right then. Lots of people are frightened of the Ouija board. I'm not frightened of the Ouija board.
It's
So,
just a game board.
It's just a game board. So, this is the planchette. We've got alphabet, we've got numbers, and we've got yes, no, and goodbye. So, we're going to open the board up, first of all. Is it all right if we continue?
Well, the whole point is for Richard just to have the lightest touch and let the planchette do the moving. Is it all right for us to stay here? We're getting a yes. Okay. This torch is going on and off again.
Oh, the energy. You can feel the energy of this thing going right through your arm. It's quite incredible. Are there any spirits that would like to communicate with me on this board?
You're getting a firm no. And this torch is dying.
I think I'm getting the letter J in the centre of the planchette. It's off. It's off. It's off. It's off. It's off. It's off.
I'm going to switch this off for the moment because we're outside. We're not going to get anything
So
from
we
it.
go outside
Right, okay.
because we've done it.
Okay.
We've got a John.
John.
Do you have a surname, John? Are you going to let us know your surname, John, please?
Well, we know who it is, don't we? Let's just return it to the middle.
John Scott. Who's John Scott?
John Scott. Who was John Scott? Was John Scott in it?
Who's John Scott?
It's not a name I've heard attached to this place.
Were you a soldier here, John? This is interesting because this was originally the guard room.
Right.
And I've just had my hair pulled as well.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And the light's just gone
The
off
light's
suddenly.
gone off.
Oh,
Oh,
It's back.
wow.
Oh, are you doing this, John? Are you responsible, John?
yeah.
Do you mind us being here, John? Oh, wow. Okay. How old were you when you died, John? Did you hear that low rumble
I did. Where was that from?
around us?
Round here? No, I thought it was the table.
No, around us. Just
Can you-
around us.
All right.
He was 32 when he died.
32. Jeepers.
And it's turned freezing here. It's absolutely Baltic freezing.
Do you know, just a second, do you know who was 32 when he died? Who's attached to here? Sir Ralph Grey,
Really?
who went to the Crusades, but he was 32 years of age.
So you think this might be a pseudonym?
I don't know. I've got no idea. Just it's a coincidence if this is a John Scott.
Because Scots, it's a reading name as well.
I know.
Okay. Wow, that's something. Better close this down. Thank you, John. I'm just going to say good night and goodbye and close the board down now. Oh.
Oof.
Did you hear that?
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
I think we've got other company.
We certainly do.
Wow.
It's just wild. Absolutely wild. My goodness. What the hell was that? And the torch is dead.
The torch is dead. Tony's light went off.
Mine went off and then back on.
This is crazy.
We've just had a John Scott on the board who died at 32. I've had my hair pulled. It went freezing cold.
This is a crazy place. It really is a crazy place. And yet she's
Maybe
sitting there and
maybe to
she's
finish off, do the necromancer in there with her, and then a goodbye. That's obviously the scariest place because we've been to the woods, haven't we?
Okay.
Unless you want to go back down. I mean, I don't know if we'll get much
Well, just
else that.
if we can do a bit on the stairs on the way out, I'll tell the final story.
That can be
of
the ender.
That'll be the end.
Yeah. But I think maybe the necromancer in there, because you haven't done it for a while.
Okay.
Oh, we need a torch, too, don't we? Some kind.
I'm just...
I can get in without a torch.
I'm going to change... I'm just going to change light, because I've got...
She's got her light on, so I can do it in there.
No, sir. Well, no, it's a... You won't see it, because it's the night vision.
Yeah, but it lights up.
No, it doesn't.
Does?
Oh, your phone will.
I know, it's
I just need to change this light, because it's the last one I've got.
Just it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so
So we have
necromancer
5
there.
minutes in there. Then we're gone.
Don't need the torch, just
Are
this.
we on?
You don't need a torch. I think.
No, just this.
Are we on?
Yeah. I never went off.
Right. We're going to see what she's got. If anything... Oh, blimey, it's dark in here. Watch out for the REM pod. Oh, dear. I can't get the door open. You'll have to stay in there, Christine. Oh. Hang on. Yeah, we're there. Proper Scooby-Doo door. Right, we've all been Ouijaing next door. Did you get anything at all in here?
I heard like a weird noise before. It was like a, I can't explain it. It was like really weirdest noise ever.
Did you mention it? Did you talk about it?
Yeah, I talked about it, and they must have caught. I would have caught it on the camera. It was
Right.
Like, I was wrapping my brains trying to think what it sounded like. It was weirdest noise.
Any other night? Anything else?
And that's about it. But everywhere I've been tonight, I've never felt cold. But then I get like really like cold shivers.
Right. As if there's something
Literally,
moving. So I can feel a draft in
It's
here.
literally as if someone's like somebody or something's touched us.
But how could that happen in here? I just thought we'd.
Do you want to sit on there with her? Just so we can
I can't. Could you shimmy up a bit?
Yeah.
There's not many places I can stand to get a
That's
shot.
all right. No problem. Let's just sit on the corner here. Stick my leg out a bit. Is there anybody here with us? Somebody's not very happy. What's your name? What's your name? I can't hear you. What's your name? I want to talk to the girl who's just been screaming. What's your name? I want your name. Talk to me. Are you a boy? Come on, talk to me. Come on, it's our last chance together. We're here in the Oubliette. What are you getting? Death. Did you hear death? Death was killed. Are you playing with us now? Like you did in the Edward room? You told us to get out. You still want us out? I feel so bad for this girl. Are you going to talk to us? That's the girl, isn't it? I hear you. Don't let the others bully you. Talk to me. You were only 12 when you died. What's your name? Not you. I want to talk to her. What's your name? What's your name? Not you. You notice that there's like a male voice that's dominating. Come on. Speak. Speak to me. I want to talk to the girl. I can hear you in the background. Talk to me. She's not happy, is she? Oh my goodness. She's not happy. She's not happy. Ah, damn. Now she's getting bullied out of it. I'm not getting the female voice. I can hear Kenny as well in the background. Must be talking to Richard. I think we're done in here for the night. Let's get out. There's one other amazing story that we need to tell you before the night is out. Let's make sure that we get Christine unlocked, freed from her chains, and then you can come out with us. We'll go to the front of the castle. We'll grab all our bits and pieces. Oh, watch your head. You're going to have to go back in there, Tony, because obviously there's stuff to get.
It's the REM pod. It's a tight squeeze in here, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, I'll put this. Yeah, just I've got some light.
Yeah.
Save the beam till we...
You're still recording, so you can...
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. So we've come out of the castle. We're heading in this direction, just past the cars, so hopefully we can catch some kind of glimpse of what is known as the Devil's Mile. It's exactly a mile from the front door of Chillingham to the main gate, which is along there. That is the Devil's Mile. So
sorry, it's not picking up.
You're not picking it.
It's too dark.
Far too dark. Well, just to bring a close to our Chillingham adventure, where we've had a little bit here and a little bit there, and then nothing, and then a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. It's been painful, frustrating, interesting. I hope you've enjoyed your little dance in the dark.
Oh, absolutely loved it. It's been fab.
Brilliant. I'm glad to. It just gives you an idea of the kind of stuff that we end up getting up to. And Christine's seen it all. So, bottom line, John Sage romances this woman, Elizabeth Armstrong, on where the rack is. The war's over. He's murdered children, chucking them out of windows. He set fire to Scots in the courtyard. He's done everything he can, but he's still got something like, hard to believe for a castle of that size, but he had something like 130 prisoners still alive. It was over 100, it was less than 200, we're not sure the precise number. But he had this vast number of prisoners jammed in the torture chamber, jammed in the oubliette. Others were just chained up in the main quadrant waiting to go in, like a waiting list to get the nasty happen to them. So the king said, release him. And if he didn't release him, he would have got it. So he says, okay, I'll release these people that he hated, because dragging his leg around, every day he was being reminded of just exactly what the Scots had done to him. He said, I'm going to release them this Saturday at 3 o'clock. It's kind of a football term, isn't it? 3 o'clock on a Saturday. However, it became a very different sport, because John Sage then, in the middle of the week, got in his cart, because he was unable to ride a horse anymore, and he went round all the small villages around here, Chatton, Chillingham, down onto the main road, all the little tiny villages. And every time he got there, he said, you know those Scottish people that raped your wife, kidnapped your daughter, murdered your husband? We're going to set them free on Saturday at 3 o'clock. We're going to release them. They're going to be coming down the main road from Chillingham Castle, 3 o'clock on Saturday. If you want to come and see it, why don't you come along? Well, of course, this place was thronged. There was 200 to 300 people on either side of the path for these poor broken, blinded, maimed, mutilated Scots who were free. Hurrah, they're free. They came along here and they were chopped to pieces. Not one of them made it to the gate. Now, did they bury them? No, they didn't. They left the bodies on the path, and the carts of the English people coming in and out, they rode over them. And it was said that for over 200 years they kept coming across pieces of bone. and they put new roads in, and the tarmac would wear down, and a human finger would pop up.
Sorry, the rain. I'm going to have to either go inside to finish this or what. It's coming down heavy now. I can't get this wet.
Okay, well. Now we apologise for the jump. We've had to come in. It started raining. All the lights, all the torches are dead pretty much. Bizarre. So the situation was, John Sage had sent the
Sorry, you have to...
Sorry?
Right.
What did I say?
No, you're really up to the glass.
Oh,
I'm just getting the focus right.
Okay.
Okay, sorted.
So we've jumped inside because it started to rain and all the torches have gone off. The energy's been sucked out of pretty much everything that we've got here. So John Sage sent everybody down the path, the Scots, all killed. Left on the road, their bodies just decayed, rotted. The carriages driving over them as a warning to the Scots never to rise up again against the English. Which is kind of an English way, rub people's noses in things. However, you remember that John Sage in the torture chamber here romanced Elizabeth Armstrong and ended up choking her to death whilst trying to make love to the woman. Well, the Reivers revolted. Armstrong got the Robsons and the Charltons and the Elliots and all of the other Reiver families from around here and said, unless you punish John Sage, we're going to start another war with the Scots. We're going to rally with the Scots and the Reivers will be on their side this time instead of fighting for the king. So Edward Longshanks, the hammer of the Scots, very, very tough man, said, okay, you know, now Sage thought as his lieutenant they were like brothers in arms. But the king had no option. He had to do something. Sage had to die. He was dragged out of the castle. He wasn't put in his own torture chamber, which I thought would have been justice. He was dragged along the Devil's Mail. And there's one tree in particular that has the perfect lean that you could get a rope over the top. They tugged it. They hanged him by the neck until he was dead. But that wasn't the worst of it. Apparently, he was still wriggling. He was still alive when they did, because you remember this was an entertainment at the time. This is when they said, okay, off you go, get your souvenirs. And children used to run up and they'd clip a finger off, or they'd clip an ear, clip a nose, clip a penis, clip a testicle. They would take their little souvenirs, and it was said that Sage was still wriggling on that rope when they let the people in for their souvenirs. John Sage, no wonder he's angry, no wonder he was flashing and kicking off when we were up there in the Edward room. He's not a happy man, and he remains here, and he's the dark part of what's here, there's no question about it. But there's also the girl, and there's other spirits that seem to be very, very happy in this wonderful and amazing castle. We're so grateful to Sir Humphrey and Mark and all the rest of the guys, Ian, the caretaker, for looking after us so well. They have played a great game for us. We thank, in other words, they kept out the road. Champion. Thank you very much. Richard's here as well. Rich, come in. Another interesting experience. What was the moment for you then that you thought, oh, whoa, here we are, this is happening?
There's been a few. Basically from the start in the Great Hall, but moreover the Edward room with John Sage.
That was kind of intense.
Yeah.
But also we saw all the stuff outside as well.
Yeah.
Because we all saw that stuff moving. It was
stuff moving, but that mist that went up and then down.
And it was about 50 yards from where we were.
50 yards away. So it happened in one second.
How do you explain it? Obviously, Christine, our special guest, especially for the Halloween show. Now, you have had an odd experience because you spent much of it in the dark.
Yeah.
What was the best moment for you, would you say?
I think it was when I was in the torture chamber, and it was Eleanor, and she was having the light going on and off,
Right.
and it felt like really calm and like nice. But then, like when the lights stopped, it like seemed to get darker, and then it just totally changed. It had like a different atmosphere.
And you saw that black thing in the corner. You also saw that thing moving in in the chapel as well.
Yeah, literally I was just sitting there and I just like seeing it like go past us like that dead quick.
I wonder if the camera in there's caught anything. I'm not sure which direction it was facing, but all of the night vision stuff's going to be made available to you guys as well. Big thank you to Kenny. Kenny, in you come. You were fascinated by the bat.
The bat, yeah.
Is there a thing that you saw, or a thing that you heard today? That thing that was in front of you?
Yeah, the thing that was in front of us when next to your ear and then directly in front was like a force field. There was something there and we both just jumped.
It was the weirdest thing because we're just walking down and we were just shooting the breeze, kind of. Let's get down the track. I heard it. We were this close. I heard this kind of. It was like somebody was whispering, you know, like in your ear. Just a second of it, and then you jumped, and I jumped, but it was simultaneous. I never felt the force fieldy thing. Never got it.
I've got that.
But I was aware that something had happened, and I just wasn't aware of it. It was Kenny's experience more than mine. I just got the thing in my ear, but I can't explain it, and I'm going to have a knee like a pudding.
I was going to say, your experience
in the
is getting
morning.
pushed down the stairs.
Because he did say at the beginning when we were talking to Mark that people are habit of being pushed down the stairs here. Now, the stairs that I fell down, the stairs are difficult on the tower rooms. Then you get down to the outside where there's 3 huge wide stairs. There's no reason why I should have fallen down those suckers. No. Is it possible? Absolutely. I just felt it was. Do you know when you're in a playground at school and kids used to come behind you, they'd go that thing with your knee.
Exactly.
They'd just go. Yeah. I felt like it was done the other way.
Right.
And it knocked my knee back the other way and I went, whoa!
You're going to be in agony tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit of it now, and I've still got a 1,000-mile drive. Anyway, we'll manage. But thank you very much again for your support. Hope you've enjoyed this mixture of incredible experiences from Chillingham, from Christine.
Bye.
From Richard.
Bye.
From Tony.
Good night.
From Kenny.
Good night again.
From me, Alan Robson. Good night. God bless you. I wish you well. Happy Halloween. Thank you, everybody.